Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Dan, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking all about Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal away from home. A difficult game, a tough game, and one of those rare occasions where I really do like the fact that I wait sometimes a couple of days before I do a video reaction. Because if I'd done this reaction straight after the game, this would have been yelling and swearing and ranting and being depressed and things. Disappointing, you know. We're at the point now. We're at the stage with Arsenal now where a nil-nil draw away from home at Forest is a disappointing result. They're not in the relegation zone, but they're not far off it. And Sean Dyche has got them improving day by day, but they never looked like they were going to win this game. They were blatantly one of those, yet again, a low block, defensive, defensive, defensive. No shots on target the entire game. Apparently, we've got 5 games now in the middle of January, 5 games where the opposition have not got a shot on target on us, which is crazy, and it shows you just how teams are playing against us. It's quite depressing and tedious, but it is what it is. Just struggling to break them down, struggling to create chances. Really had 3 shots on target. None of them looked seriously like going in. Should have had a penalty. Again, screwed by the referee on that. VAR just looked at it in slow motion at the handball and went, yeah, no. Outrageous decision, but again, it's not really surprising. Um, yeah, and this result on its own would have been devastating for me. Like, we had an opportunity to get 3 more points, to get a little bit of run going. To get fight back, because obviously we drew to Liverpool in the league, the last league game. So we had a couple of decent cup results in mid, in the between time, but. Yeah, disappointing in the league at the moment, and this was an opportunity to get a win, get a run going. We've got a couple of results, a couple of tough games coming up, and this one, arguably on paper, is the easiest one of the lot. But then you look at the league table and you look at the other results. The big one, obviously, is Man City losing, getting annihilated by Man United. Nobody saw that coming. New manager bounce, maybe. The fact that it was at Old Trafford, maybe. Don't know. Don't know what happened. Man City are gettable this season. They are defensively frail. They've got some injuries, whatever. Haven't we all? Our defence is still riddled. We haven't had Calafiori for ages. We've had all of our backline out injured at one point this season, so Crimea River, you're not going to get any sympathy from me. Especially Man City, who have just gone and bought Mark Gahey just because they've got a couple of injuries. Like, really? 300,000 a week for him is crazy. Yes, they managed to get destroyed, annihilated by Man United, which is quite funny. It would be funny for the fact that we've got them in our next league game next weekend, which is worrying at the moment. If they play, I mean, having said that, it's at the Emirates, and I always back us at the Emirates against anybody. But if the Man United play the way they did against Man City, and if we play against like we played against Forest, then we're in real trouble. We need to step it up. We need to start getting back to our best, and this is a perfect game to do that. If it was at Old Trafford, I'd be really, really worried about it. If I'm being brutally honest, new manager bounce, or maybe the players finally give a crap because they didn't like Amarim or whatever. I don't know what was going on, but they absolutely dominated Man City, outrageously dominated them. Like, it wasn't a little bit, when I guess the run of play, there were a couple of goals. They destroyed them. It could have been 5-0 easily. So that was the big result. That's like, okay, cool. But then you're thinking, okay, Villa have got Everton. Everton are beatable as well. And Everton go and get 1-0 win against Villa. Great. So all of a sudden, we're 7 points clear, all games even. That's amazing for the towards the end of January. That's an amazing amount of number, especially against City. Villa are never in the title race. They have never been in the title race. Their fans have wanted to for a little while, but they're not in it, and that's not going to be sustainable now that European football's back. So yeah, it's just pretty much just us and City right now, and City could, in theory, go on a 15-game win streak and just start winning all their games. But I don't think so. Haaland's on a goal drought. The team looks weird now at the moment, disjointed. Don't know quite what's going on. I don't know enough about Man City really to really comment on that. All I know is that they don't look like the Man City of old, and I think us Arsenal fans have a little bit of PTSD from the last couple of seasons where we've been tying with them and getting close, getting close, getting close, and then suddenly they just get burst of 7 or 8, 9 games winning, in a row, and then they just blow us out of the water. I feel like that's not necessarily going to happen this season. We need to step it up though. If we lose against Man United, I think City have got Wolves next. Wolves have been on a little bit of a good run of late, but they're still, in the relegation zone. They're still likely to be relegated. It remains to be seen how much they're going to step up against City. But if they do drop points against the Wolves, and we win, that's going to be monumental. But like I said, massive test against Man United. We've got Inter Milan first, in next tomorrow actually. We're going to be playing them in the Champions League away from home. I'm not massively worried about the Inter Milan game. If we lose, we lose. I don't think we will lose, to be honest with you. And if we do, it's not going to be by much. I think we're going to rotate a little bit. Well, having said that, I mean, if it was anyone else other than Man United, I think we would rotate heavily for the Milan game and then go full strength. Rotate, play full strength against Milan, then rotate next weekend. But because it's Man United and because they're in a little bit of run of form, and because we're wibbly wobbly at the moment in the league, I feel like we're going to rotate in the Milan game, because if we lose that, we're still top of the league in Champions League because we're 3 points clear, because we annihilated Bayern Munich a few months ago. So, yeah, if we lose this Milan game, it is what it is. But if we go and win the Man United game, then I don't care if we lose against Milan. That's what I'm trying to say. But hopefully we win both games. We're doing brilliantly in the Champions League right now. There's no reason to suggest that will stop. Milan are a little bit more attacking now. They're a little bit less as defensive as they were last season. So hopefully they get a ball, we can get through them and get a couple of goals. And I think it should be a fun game to watch. But I'm not necessarily fussed if we lose it. If we lose it, it's fine. We've got enough of a buffer. We've got Kairat next week after that, so odds are we should be beating them at home. We're playing them at home, so it's just like I said, typical January right now. It's just game after game after game every 3 days, massive games. I think February will be a little bit easier because obviously you won't have to do the playoffs, but. Yeah, if we'd won this game, we'd be 9 points clear now, and it would be a little bit more of an easier time, especially if we lose against Man United. But it's each game now. I'm looking at obviously, for me, it's each week. I'm looking at the Milan game and the United game, but really in the league now, it's each game as it comes. I don't know who we play against after Man United. I won't know or care until we play the Man United game. That Man United game is important. Incredibly important. We can't get a win against them. We should win against them. But having said that, if they play like they played against City, they're going to be a real handful for us, and we need to start getting back to scoring goals again, dominating games again. Just been a little bit more flaccid going forward now. Of late over the last month or so. In the league anyway. In the cups we're doing alright, but in the league we're really struggling at the moment. Having said that, we are still not conceding. A couple more clean sheets for Raya, which is nice, but we need to start scoring more goals, and hopefully we do that. But look, no, it is what it is. I mean, you can look at the bigger picture, you can look at the small picture. The small picture is, we should be beating Forest, and we should be annoyed about it, and we should be ranting and raving or whatever. But looking at the big picture, we're 7 points clear. Big test coming up, but I think it's 12 games left. Anything can happen. We just gotta keep going and try and keep grinding out wins, and hopefully get a couple more comfortable wins in there. But anyway, guys, what do you think we can do against Inter Milan? What do you think we can do against Man United? Do you think we can win the league? Do you think we can go? We've got a Carabao Cup semi-final again coming up. We've got loads of games. Like I said, February is the only time I think where it gets a little bit easier, but the rest of the time, the rest of the season it's a game every 3 days. But let me know what you think we could do this season, and how happy are you now? I'm more content than I was, a couple of days ago. Like a couple of days ago, I was really, really annoyed and angry. But now I'm like, okay, could it be worse? You know what I mean? We could have lost. We were the only top 4 team, I think, to not lose their game this weekend. So, and all the lower teams did really well against all the top teams. So, this league's difficult, bro. You can't just run away with it anymore. It's every team can get a point at least from any other team, really, and every team's beatable. I mean, having said that, we've only lost 2 games in 30, which is absolutely crazy. So we're not losing games really. Touch wood at the moment. It's just we're dropping points. We're getting too many draws at the moment. But yeah, let me know what you think we can do this season, because I've got hope that we can get a trophy this season. What trophy that's going to be remains to be seen. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Like, subscribe if you haven't done already. Leave a comment down below, because I always reply to all the comments, and have a bit of a discussion in the comments would be great. And yeah, I should be back for tomorrow for the Milan game. I'll do a review on that if we win or lose, and then after that it will be some point next week for the Man United game. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So take it easy. Adios.